Now, I know what you're thinking. What is he doing in the shop at midnight? Well, I went in today, earlier today. So, yeah, it ain't even midnight yet. Earlier today, I posted that video. Sit down in that recliner and went right off to sleep. And woke up about the time Mama drove up, about 7 o'clock. To get woke up so I could visit with her for a while, I had some coffee. And then I had another cup of coffee. And now I cannot sleep. So, since I'm up anyway, and since there's nothing on TV that interests me at all, let's go to the next step on the running boards. Now, this is scrap styrofoam that I saved. Got a big pile of it over there. I got some more. Now, I've seen this done. Now, for the running boards, I'm going to use indoor-outdoor carpet. I have some green that is slightly used that would work just fine. And I also have some black that is brand new that came with the boat when I got it. So a lot of people use old house carpet, which that's what I got on the old boat out there. The only problem with that is it will rot. Just over a couple of years it'll rot. And you have to replace it and go through all that. The indoor-outdoor lasts a lot longer, but it's very, very thin. And I don't want the boat bouncing up and down on this hard 2x4. So I'm going to take this styrofoam and stick it to there, and then put the carpet over it. That way there's some cushion there. And if it does happen to bounce or something on a bumpy road, it won't be beating up and down on top of this. Like I said, I've seen it done. I know it works. So that's what we're going to do. I've got some of this that's been in the shop for I don't know how long. My buddy Little Mike, when he used to come over, we used this to put a new headliner in his truck. It says it bonds to foam, carpet, fabric, plastic, rubbers, whatever. So all I want to do is stick it to where it'll stay there for right now. And it's going to take a while for it to dry, so that's why I'll go ahead and do it tonight while I ain't doing nothing else. Let's move the camera back a little bit because I don't want to get any of it on the camera. All I'm going to do is put a coat on the wood and a coat here. When this stuff it'll get tacky, then I'll just set it down on top of it. So I just want it to stay there for right now. And that should be enough. I hope I got enough to do the other one. That's why the scrap styrofoam, y'all seen me use some of that back when I insulated the walls here and there. Don't throw anything away. You got room to store something, just put it away. You'll need it one day. It feels a little tacky already. Just going to line it up fairly straight. When it dries a little bit, I'll come back and cut the excess off. Pretty solid. Now that should work just fine. Should be dry enough to trim it and work on it here probably about 30 minutes. I'm gonna do the same thing over there. And I might even get the carpet that's right behind the shop here. I might even get it and drag it in here in a little while. We'll see. Moving right along. Now I've got my carpet already cut. It's a little oversized, which is fine. I'll trim it off in the end. Like I said, I got this carpet, came with the boat. And I got the boat from my friend Big Mike. I got multiple friends with the same name. They get nicknames. And plus Big Mike is like 6'5" or something. Great big fella. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick this down with some Gorilla Glue. Lay this here. Make sure we're about right. Moving in this way just a little bit. What I'm doing, I get the glue on there. I'm going to tack it down with staples. But the staple's not going to actually hold it. The glue itself is actually going to hold it. So this is good stuff right here. I have put knife handles on with it. Never had a problem. Let's see, let's move it down just a hair, like that. Double check again, like that. Now let's move the camera over here so we can see a little bit better. There, y'all see that? Gorilla Glue is water activated. I'm just going to dampen this down just a little bit. Dampen that. I'll do the ends last. Let's move the camera again. Here we go. Hold on. Hang on. It'll be alright. Turn this up or reach it better. It doesn't take a lot. What's going on there? A little bit dried up on the end from the last time I used it. Right there we go. Put a bead all the way down. That. Up. Our handy dandy staple gun. so much stuff scattered around, I don't have anywhere to sit anything. Now I'm going to turn it over on its side like this. That'll help push it down while that glue's sitting. And I'll fold it over and do the same thing. Now I'm not going to wrap the entire bottom. Reason being, as it goes in and out of the water and gets wet, even though this is treated lumber, if you wrap it, seal it solid, it's going to hold moisture, hold it, hold it, hold it. And even though it's treated, it will eventually rot. So I'm going to leave the bottom open so it can breathe. And I'm not going to put any glue on the top, just on the edges. Like that. And that way I have some a little bit of flexibility up there. And when it all dries, which will probably be tomorrow sometime, I'll go back with a razor, X-Acto knife, and trim it off flat. And then I'll show you how to keep it from raveling off of there. We'll do all that tomorrow. But if I can get these two done like this tonight, I'll be done. About another hour of this and I think I'll be ready to take me another nap. But before we finish this one up though, I will come back and I'll show you how I'm going to do the ends. I don't know if you can see that. I'll show you how we do the ends. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, let's take a look at this end. Just trimmed it off. Pull it over here. Glue it and staple it. And then I decided to come back and wrap this over just a little bit like that. Most of the wood will still be exposed. Then I'll glue it, staple it, and do that all the way down. Same thing on the other end. I like the other way better. Then I'll put this aside to dry overnight, because that Gorilla Glue really needs it says 45 minutes cure time and for maximum 24 hours, so I'm sure not going to bolt these on tonight. So when I get everything stuck down, I will put it aside, do that one, then I'll go in, and I'm probably going to go ahead and post this one up before I take my nap. Let's see, what else did I want to say? A couple of things right quick, if y'all don't mind. Oh, hey, yeah, I need to shave. But I've been Facebooking a little bit again the last few days, the last couple of weeks, and it is extremely hard to make a comment on anything without making somebody mad. So the personal Facebook page, I'm done with it again. I'll still have it, but I'm not going to bother with it much. It surprises me how easy it is to offend somebody. And that's all I'll say. Had 2 YouTube channels that I had to block and ban over the last week and a half, something like that, for what I consider very, very distasteful videos. I'm trying to put it where I won't hurt anybody's feelings, but I would not ever put up a video and show my wife, one of my girls, and my granddaughters the way the one that really disappointed me I saw. And no, I'm not calling any names, but that one is blocked and banned. Can't comment on mine anymore. I don't want to be any way at all connected to that kind of, let's just say distasteful video. And we'll leave it at that. What else did I want to say? Oh, about the Facebook thing. I am enjoying reading. It is Local Politickin season around here. And as every cycle we have here, we always have somebody that's not from here, that's lived here 2 or 3 years, want to be a commissioner, want to be a school board member, because it pays very well. And and the old timers, people that's in office already, they'll one side will start slinging mud, the other side start slinging mud. And this year there's one that's going on that they're not just throwing regular old mud. They went down into the swamp and got that stinky mud. You know how mud in the swamp stinks? They got the stinky mud thrown at each other. And I have not commented on any of it. I asked a question on one and of course made somebody mad. I just asked a question. But the man has lived here 3 years. He's a retired Air Force officer. And he thinks that qualifies him to run our county. There's a couple more, not just him, a couple more. Now this is pretty much a retirement community anymore. We are overrun with retired Navy, retired Air Force, retired Army. And I've got a lot of respect for those guys that stayed in and retired, officers, enlisted, whatever. A lot of respect for you. But what would happen if I moved to, say, up around where J-No lives in Ohio? A tight-knit community. What would happen if I went up there and ran for county commissioner and said, I'm going to change every way y'all do it. I know how to do it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Or for that matter, anywhere else in the country. I'd probably get chased out of town with a stick. But here, it seems that that's just the way it is. Every election cycle we have this kind of stuff going on. Now voting day, I believe, is next Tuesday, Wednesday, something. I'm going to go vote. I already know who I'm voting for. And I used to be really, really involved with local politics as far as calling the radio shows, calling the candidates themselves. I even went to a couple of county commissioner meetings. And I've learned that if you go to one of these meetings, they'll let you stand up and speak. I think you got like 2 minutes or 3 minute time limit. And the whole time you're talking, they're just sitting there reading the notes. It doesn't matter. You know, they're going to do what they're going to do. They just approved another humongous 200 plus home subdivision up in Milton. Not far from the one that they're building right now. And there's no roads. I mean, there's roads, but the traffic is so bad now, and has been for 10 years, that, you know, during, you know, the morning, lunchtime, afternoon time, you can't get around. But yet they approved more and more and more subdivision. They're building, and I don't think they're going to be satisfied until there's not a tree left in this county. They're going to keep on and keep on and keep on. That's why out here where I'm at least less than a mile from me, is the boundary for Eglin Air Force Base. They can't nobody build down there, so we will have some woods a little bit. Of course, we'll have to share it with whoever comes along. But I got tired of trying to be involved, tired of dealing with it, because it doesn't matter anything we say as citizens, those of us who have been here most of our lives. You know, it don't matter what we think. It's all the newcomers, or we call them outsiders. Whatever they say is what they cater to. So I'm done with it. I'll stay right here on my little plot of land and do my thing. And I'm looking for the day when they start this neighborhood association thing. I've heard they've already tried it in the new subdivision over to the east of us. They're trying it over there, and they'll eventually try it over here. Then I'll stand up and fight with them. But it is fun reading the local mudslinging. I look forward to seeing it. And after the election goes over, however it goes, it'll be over. And then 2 years, 4 years, whenever the next cycle is, it'll start all over again. So I will get a little bit of enjoyment out of that. Alright, I run my mouth enough. Let me get finished so I can go post this up and get me a nap, because I got more stuff to do tomorrow. And I think I might have to take Mama to town too. I don't know. She said something about that yesterday. But I thank y'all for watching. I thank you for your support. I'll be back with some more boat trailer build very soon. Good night, everybody.